All right, so we've got ESB Gaming working.
No, it's ChefESB. I changed it last time.
Whatever. Captain, change your damn name 47 times and take selfies in my engine bay.
Somebody's got to. You're not doing it.
No, I'm not, because you were the one that just jumped right in. So,
I got this fucking
we were working on disassembling this thing to yank the head gaskets out and change them after the heads come off. So, we're going to continue on the disassembly process and prepare to pull a head off, hopefully after lunch. Hey, Ginger Snaps. Head gaskets part 2. So, my brother and I kind of went potato and we didn't get a whole lot of footage. As you can see, belts are all off, everything else is off, lower intake's off, all the wiring harness is pulled back and out the ways. So I'm actually getting ready to take these rocker arms off. And if you do recall, I just recently did another engine for a friend of ours, Josh Hasenthal. And Josh's engine, we just did a quick buttoning up of things. These, however, I want to show you my method to handling rockers. So, rockers need to be numbered. Well, get yourself a nice little cardboard L-Boxo and put holes in it. So, I'm going to work on threading this off a little bit. Jordan, could you hand me the whiz bang? Number 1. As you can see, these are a little cake full of goo. So I'm going to take these. Yeah, they need to be cleaned up before I put it back in.
Oh, this is what I'm here for.
Front driver's side. Box is labeled. Not only is the box labeled, we're going to take push rods and stick them in the side.
So why is it important to have these labeled? Why can't you just put them back willy-nilly?
I've been taught this my entire life with putting engines together. Push rods come out and push rods go back in the same hole because of the way that they wear. So, that being said, I always mark a box. Typically a pizza box, so it's straight up and down, but I didn't have one local that didn't have pizza still in it because why waste pizza? So, as you can see, cylinders 1, 3, 5, 7. Cylinder 1, 3, 5, 7. And we will continue to remove the push rods and rockers. And I'll go ahead and pop these all together. And then what I'm going to do is actually crawl into the truck and detach the turbo crossover pipe. So I'll get these out. I'm going to get all these stuck in my box. We'll take a picture of my box with all the push rods and stuff in it. And then I might or might not have Jordan show me laying under the truck, kicking and screaming as I take the crossover pipe out. So, I'm going to get these yanked, and we'll be right back. So I'm feeling mildly accomplished. Hot and sweaty thanks to my little propane heaters here in the little shop of horror. Head bolts are out. See? Oh, bye-bye. This is the bucket of shame, because they're torque to yield. Can't use them again, so we're just going to put my little pail of happiness down there. Don't need it. So, there's 17 bolts per head. Bye-bye. They were torqued at 90 foot-pounds, but the breaker bar said, I don't care. They're gone. So, rockers are out, push rods are off, turbo crossover's off, sanity crossed off the list about 2 years ago. So, I am now in the phase of deconstruction where I need to figure out the best, safest possible way to remove the heads without hurting me or someone else. So, somebody suggested I use a cherry picker. It's kind of still buried, so I may or may not go in the house for a little bit, take a break, and since this is head gaskets part 2, when I go to remove the heads from within the engine bay, we'll film that as the end of segment 2. So, I think Jordan and I will go sit down and converse the safest way to remove these, since they are over 90 pounds a side. They're wicked heavy, so, and there's no good way to really get to them, to lift them out. I don't want to hurt myself. She doesn't want to watch me hurt myself, even though all of us usually laugh because there's a lot of vanities and it's a good time. But Being said, everything else is pretty much detached. The return lines are detached. At this point, the heads can be lifted out and we can start to clean the decks. That'll be head gaskets part 3 as we work here in the engine bay of our 1992 Chevrolet K2500 6.5 liter turbo diesel. So that being said, I'm gonna go clean myself up, sit down, take a break, gather my thoughts, and figure out the best way to remove these head gaskets and heads. Cylinder heads. Heads are what have to come out. Gaskets go with them. So we're gonna put some thought into it and we'll be back. Alright, so the end of head gaskets part 2. As you can see, the heads are off. Uno, dos. Heads be gone. Heads be right there. Heads are in pretty good shape. So I ended up using the lift brackets, tying binder twine around them to make a handle, and lifted them off. So due to the fact I did this by myself, I was unable to get it on video, but heads are off, and now I can start working on head gaskets part 3, where I start to clean the decks, clean everything up, and tap all the bolt holes. So we'll get to that here in a little while, and begin part 3.